Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, Mega Crashers here, and I present to you guys an awesome Pokemon review on Emolga. Great. Just what we need is another Pikachu lookalike. But anyways, before I get on with the rest of this video, I want to extend an apology for a couple reasons. One, I apologize for not uploading early this morning, as I had originally had planned to do. I woke up a little bit early before work to attempt to make a video for you guys, but my jaw was in an incredible amount of pain. For those of you guys that don't know, actually none of you guys do, I have my wisdom teeth growing in, and one of them is erupting, causing extreme pain and extreme discomfort whenever I talk. But right now, it's not so bad. Just as long as I keep it down on the yelling and the raging, I should be okay to make videos for you guys. I am, however, getting a procedure done within a few days to rectify the wisdom teeth problem and have them taken out. But more on that will take place as the days get closer, so that way I can talk to you guys a little bit more about that. The second thing I want to apologize for is the fact that, it seems like I have a lack of energy or a lack of, enthusiasm in my voice. Trust me when I say I'm very, very enthused and very excited to do this video. I'm excited to do every video for you guys. You guys are the wind beneath my wings. No pun intended, since Emolga's a flying type, but seriously, you guys are amazing. Support wills me in ways that I can't even explain. So, with the sappy stuff out of the way, let's get on with the main point of the video. So, Emolga is an electric and flying type Pokemon. Only the second ever Pokemon to have this typing, the first being Zapdos, and this is actually a very, very good typing, and here's why. You only have two weaknesses, that being to Rock and Ice. That also means that you have a Stealth Rock's weaknesses, so you have to be careful about that. But, to start off, you have an immunity to Ground, and that is actually the electric type's only weakness, so that's actually really cool. You also resist Bug, Fighting, Flying, Grass, and Steel. So, it's like you've got quite the nifty amount of resistances in this little flying electric mouse or rodent or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, let's move on to the abilities. So the first ability it gets is known as Motor Drive, and Motor Drive is an awesome ability because you actually have an immunity to electric type moves. Another bonus to Emolga in general, because not only does Motor Drive allow for you to be immune to electric type moves, but your speed stat gets boosted up by one stage, so free speed boost for the win, I suppose. That's amazing. And the other ability it has is known as Static, and Static is, a slightly inferior ability, but it's actually really good, because if your opponent comes in contact with you, they have a 30% chance of being paralyzed. That's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here. So we got 55 on the HP, 75 in both attack and special attack, okay? 60 in both the defense and special defense, and 103 on the speed. Okay. The speed stat is quite interesting, in the regard of the fact that I believe Emolga is the only Pokemon to have that speed stat, one, and secondly, fun fact, you will always be able to outpace Garchomp with a base 102 speed. I mean, that's kind of useless information, but I wanted to point that out, because I thought that would be pretty cool, could outspeed it and one-shot it with a Choice Specs Hidden Power Ice or some shit like that. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to Pokemon Showdown, where I have a set idea for you guys. So, this right here is a really good pivot slash stall breaking slash support set here. So first off, let's go over the item. So we got leftovers to allow for you to have passive recovery at the end of each turn, and it is really good, especially on a Pokemon that you're meant to be a supportive Pokemon, meant to be there to stay in battle. So the ability is going to be Motor Drive, which allows for you to have an extra immunity and to have your speed boosted up by one stage. The first move that we got is going to be Taunt, and Taunt allows for you to shut down Pokemon that rely on setup, whether it be for entry hazards, whether it be for setup sweeping, whether it be for team support. Taunt is like, nope, you're forced to attack. So that's actually pretty cool. Up next, we're going to go for U-Turn. Now, I was going to be thinking about Volt Switch for this, but U-Turn is a better choice in my opinion. And the reason for that, and this is a key reason, is because U-Turn is a Bug-type move, and Bug-type moves do not have any immunities against it, whereas Volt Switch, on the other hand, does. It has an immunity against Ground-type Pokemon. So in other words, if you try to use Volt Switch on a Ground-type Pokemon, no dice. So that wouldn't work out too well. Up next, we're going to go for Roost, because even though this thing is, you know, somewhat frail, even with HP and bulk investment, it's still pretty frail, but it's important to have Roost on there so that you can keep yourself alive for as long as possible in battle. And up next, we have Encore. Now, Encore actually is a pretty fun move to have in tandem with Taunt, in which, say if you were to outspeed a Pokemon and taunt them, and, you know, they were about to use a move that, you know, obviously they can't use because it's not an attacking move, the next turn, you can use Encore, and that right there will completely shut them down, giving them no choice but to switch out, because Encore locks them into moves for 3 turns. So, say if you outpace them with Taunt, and they were to use Stealth Rocks, but they couldn't use Stealth Rocks, because, you know, hey, you know, Taunt kind of shuts you down there. You can use Encore the next turn, and they're locked into the Stealth Rocks move, which already got shut down, so they're forced to struggle or forced to switch out. Now, here's an alternative, and I love 6th generation for so many reasons, like, you know, new moves, new niches, new everything. And Nuzzle is actually a very, very good move to have on Emolga, in which it's base 20 power. Like, let's just scroll down here real quick. It's base 20 power, so obviously you're not going to be one-shotting things anytime soon, not even a Gyarados, but hear me out. It has a 100% chance to paralyze. This is like an attack version of Thunder Wave, you know? It's not going to work on Ground-type Pokemon, obviously, but Nuzzle allows for you to inflict 100% paralysis on the opponents, and that goes actually well with U-Turn. Once you Nuzzle and paralyze a Pokemon, you can just U-Turn out, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and move on to the EV set right here. So we got a Jolly Nature to allow for us to have a speed boost nature, but not hinder our attack. However, we're going to be lowering the special attack, because we're not going to be using special attack in this situation, right? So we got 248 EVs on the HP to allow for you to have an odd HP number so that you can have more Stealth Rock switch-ins, 8 for the defense, and 252 for the speed. And that's pretty much it. You're pretty much just meant to be as fast as possible and support stuff. Now, here's the thing. I was thinking about doing an offensive set for Emolga, but this thing in the PU tier, which is the lowest tier officially in Smogon standards, there are other offensive Pokemon that are electric type that outperform it, such as Raichu, such as Zebstrika, you know? So, I mean, Emolga kind of would be wasted if you try to use an offensive set for it. So, with that being said, well, actually, you know what? No. Let's go ahead. I'm actually going to go ahead and make the set for you right now, just to be nice, just to say, you know, hey, like, you know, surprises are in fact awesome, and they are. So let's go ahead, give it, say, choice specs. Now, the reason for this set right here is if you know that an electric type move is coming, you can switch in and get the free speed boost, bringing your speed up to +1, and then choice specs locks you into an attack and boosts your special attack up by 1 stage. So it's essentially a free special type Dragon Dance, I guess. And let's just say you want to have Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Air Slash, and let's say Hidden Power. Let's say Hidden Power Grass, because this right here will be a great way to target ground-type Pokemon, which would otherwise wall you all day long. So we'll go for Hidden Power Grass, make it a fast Specs user, and there you go. We'll make it a... Well, actually, let's just change this to a Timid Nature there real quick. There you go. So, we got a Timid Nature with max speed, max special attack, 4 and a special defense, and there you go. I mean, it's meant to be fast, it's meant to be somewhat of an offensive presence. I mean, but even with base 75 special attack with the choice specs boosting, you're not going to be hitting that hard. But, you know, like I said before, surprises are always nice. So, we got Volt Switch for an Electro-type version of U-Turn, and it's also a special type attack too. Base 70 power, really awesome. Then we got Thunderbolt, which is base 90 power, and it's a special type attack with a 10% chance to paralyze your opponents. Up next, we got Air Slash, which is going to be your flying type stab, and has a 30% chance to flinch your opponents. And then last but not least, we got Hidden Power Grass, because I find that Grass, Flying, and Electric type moves all have a really nice mixture together, and they have a really nice type coverage. So I think Hidden Power Grass would be your best option. However, you can use something like Hidden Power Ice if you are worried about you know, any dragon type Pokemon flying around in the PU tier, but I don't think you really got anything to worry about. Hidden Power Grass, definitely a good option. So that's pretty much it. That's it for this set, and that's actually it for Emolga. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then please feel free to give this a thumbs up. And also be sure to rate, comment, share this video, and subscribe to Mega Crash in the community, because you already know the deal by now, friends. When we're a community, tightly knit, tightly packed, as one, we shine brighter than the sun. But you guys already know that. So thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys, well, next upload. I would love to do the woohoo right now, but it would hurt my jaw, so I'm sorry for that. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. I shall see you guys in the next upload.